Welcome back to GS with Harvey. In this video, we will discuss the important news of the Hindu and the PIB. Let's begin. The first news is related to Comprehensive Action Plan. Supreme Court has directed the Centre to notify a Comprehensive Action Plan mapping the sources of air pollution in Delhi and NCR. This plan will be prepared by Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority, that is EPCA. By the orders of Supreme Court, this will be the first ever plan for the region that will take an integrated view of the problem. It will also prescribes the short, medium and long-term solution for the all key sources of pollution like vehicles, industry, power plants, waste burning, construction activities, road dust, as well as episodic pollution like biomass burning. This comprehensive action plan, if implemented with urgency and in the given frame of time, then it will help this region make sustained improvement in the air quality. Now let's move to next news item, that is INS Kalvari. Today the Indian Navy has inducted its first modern conventional submarine, that is INS Kalvari. It came after 17 years. The last inducted conventional diesel electric submarine was INS Sindhu Astra, which was procured from Russia in July 2000. The INS Kalvari, the Kalvari name is derived from a which is a Malayalam word, and it is named after a deep sea tiger shark. So let us look at some facts about what is the INS Kalvari. The INS Kalvari is actually a Scorpion class of submarine. What is a Scorpion? The question comes in our mind. In a Scorpion class it is a conventional powered submarine which weighs around 1500 tons and it can go up to the depth of 300 meters. It is built by the Naval Group, formerly DCNS of France. So what is the status of the deal? Actually, India and France have a deal, and because of the result of the strategic deal, this INS Kalvari is inducted in Navy. After repeated delays of 4 years, the first submarine began the sea trials in May 2016, and it is said to be commissioned today. The second Scorpion will be Khanderi. The India and France have decided or signed a strategic partnership to build 6 submarines. The first one is Scorpion class, the second one will be Khanderi class. Let us look at some more facts about INS Kalvari. It is a class of submarines based on Scorpion class submarines, which I have discussed earlier. It is a diesel electric attack submarine, and they are built under a technology transfer agreement with France. The name of the project is P75, under which India and France will jointly make 6 submarines. Now next news item is a 3-nation Indo-Pacific Compact. India, Japan and Australia have growing convergence in the Indo-Pacific region. They are meeting for a trilateral meeting in New Delhi, which was held on Wednesday. What is the importance of this trilateral meeting? India, Japan and Australia. The importance of they focus on the factor that they stress the need for greater collaboration on maritime security and domain awareness. They also talked about the disaster response capabilities. Actually, they are thinking to tackle the Chinese one Belt One Road initiative. The 3 countries also has a very strong commitment to transparency around these projects, and they will also look after the environmental standards and labor standards. The 3 countries have issued a statement just after the meeting, which underlined the support for ASEAN centrality in the political and security architecture of the Indo-Pacific region. So the trio, India, Australia, and Japan, have focused over the support of Asian centrality in the Indo-Pacific region. And the one most important point here to note is that India is also hosting a commemorative ASEAN India Summit in Delhi on January 25, and also India is inviting ASEAN countries in its Republic Day. The ASEAN is a country of 10 group of nations, and they will be the chief guest at the upcoming Republic Day parade. And the theme of the engagement this year would focus on three C's of, that is, commerce, connectivity, and culture. So let me repeat once again that India is hosting a ASEAN India Summit in 2018 on January 25, and the theme of this ASEAN India Summit will be three C's, that is, commerce, connectivity, and culture. Also, India, Japan, and Australia uh, has is developing IMT highway. Let me show you the proposed highway in this region. This is the map of the proposed India, that is More in India, Myanmar, Mandalay in Myanmar, Thailand, Mateshot, a place in Thailand. So India, Myanmar, Thailand highway. This is the proposed highway in this region, and India, Australia, and Japan in the Indo-Pacific region is planning a strategic move that they also want to include the ASEAN countries in the Indo-Pacific region for their cooperation to counterattack the Chinese. So the let's know some fact about the IMT project. So India is planning to hold talks with ASEAN countries to extend the India, Myanmar, Thailand highway up to Vietnam. Let us not forget that this is a proposed route. So as per proposals from India, the highway could be extended to Vietnam via Laos and Cambodia. So let me show you once again the proposed route, that is India, Myanmar, Thailand highway, which will be a proposed route from More in India up to Maya South in Thailand, and India is planning to hold a discussion with ASEAN countries to extend this route to Vietnam via Laos and Cambodia. The India Myanmar Thailand Trilateral Highway is a highway under construction under the India's locust policy that will connect More India with Mae Sot Thailand. So the road is expected to boost. What will the profit of this IMT road? The IMT road will is expected to boost trade and commerce in the ASEAN India free trade area as well as with the rest of the Southeast Asia. Also, it is very important to note that project has already missed its first deadline in 2015, and what is the reason for this deadline? Why the deadline is missed? Because India is facing very much difficulty in implementing this project in Myanmar. So let's look at the map where the India is planning to connect to Vietnam, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. So route will go something like this. It will come from India, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. It will help in boosting the trade with Southeast Asian nations. So let's move to next news, which is about Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. What is the context here? The context is that India is going to host the third annual meeting of AIIB at Mumbai in 2018. The theme of the meeting will be mobilizing finance for infrastructure, innovation, and collaboration. What is AIIB? AIIB is a new multilateral finance institution founded to bring countries together to address the daunting infrastructure needs across Asia. So AIIB was actually created with a main goal to improve the infrastructure status or the infrastructure needs across the Asian countries. The bank has already 58 member states and the headquarters of the AIIB is at Beijing, China. The biggest shareholders in this AIIB are China, India and Russia. We should not forget that Japan and Russia are not its members. It has authorized capital of US $100 billion. So now let's discuss the news of PIB, and the first news is related to merchant discount rate. So what is the news here? Before discussing the news, let me explain the what is merchant discount rate. Suppose we have taken a two product A and B from a shop, and a person X has to make a payment using debit card. So what he will do? He will he has given debit card for the purchase of products A and B to the shopkeeper. So shopkeeper has the POS machine of HDFC Bank, and the customer has a debit card of ICICI Bank. So what happens actually, that the transfer of flow of fund is just like the account will be debited from ICICI Bank and through the portal or through the POS of HDFC, and through a secure network that is provided by Visa, and the money is settled. So what happens, shopkeeper has to give some certain amount of commission to the HDFC Bank because it is using the machine of HDFC Bank, and so shopkeeper will pay to HDFC Bank, and ICICI Bank will pay to HDFC Bank because ICICI Bank is using the HDFC Bank's service, or actually it is taking the service of HDFC Bank, and as a whole they are using the network service of Visa or MasterCard. So this kind of process is known as merchant discount rate because here the shopkeeper has to pay us some processing fee to the banks. So this is known as merchant discount rate. So let us discuss the news. The news is that RBI has mandated that the merchant must pay, or shopkeepers must pay, the merchant discount rate out of his earnings, and it cannot pass it on to the customers. As per the recent notifications of RBI, that from the January 2018, the small merchants or the merchants or the shopkeepers who have a turnover of up to rupees 20 lakhs will have to pay a maximum of merchant discount rate of 0.40% of the bill value, and others will have to pay 0.90%. So RBI have notified, I repeat it once again, from January 2018, those merchants or those shopkeepers who have a defined or who have a turnover of up to rupees 20 lakh, they will have to pay 0.40% of the bill as merchant discount rate, and others and rest have to pay 0.9. Also, RBI has also set a monetary cap at rupees 200 per bill for small merchants and rupees 1000 for larger ones. So let's move to next news. The next news is related to UNWTO World Conference on Tourism and Culture. This is the second UNWTO World Conference on Tourism and Culture, and it is being held in Muscat, Sultanate of Oman. So where is Oman? Oman is located. Let me show you the location of Oman. Oman is in Middle East, and its location is actually here. It is being bordered, it shares boundary with Saudi Arabia, Yemen. So here it is a country in Middle East. And here the second conference of WTO, and that is World Conference on Tourism and Culture, is being held in the Muscat city. So what is the objective of the conference? The objective of the conference is that it will bring together the ministries of tourism and ministries of culture, as well as private sector stakeholders and experts, so that uh, with the objective of building and strengthening the partnership between the tourism and culture sectors. This is the second time that the conference is being held. The first time it was held in 2015 in Cambodia, in Siem Reap, a city in Cambodia, in February 2015. Also, we should not forget, or we should keep in mind, that UN has declared 2017 as International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development. I repeat it once again. The 2017 has declared by UN as the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development. So the World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, is the United Nations agency. The main agency behind this conference is United Nations agency, that is responsible for the promotion of sustainable and universally accessible tourism. The total membership includes in the UNWTO is at present is 158 countries. So this was all about the news of 14th of December. Thank you for listening. Thanks.